For this matchup. And first for the home side, led by Ricardo Clark in his second season, leading the charge for this squad. And a couple of changes for this team, most notably Cyprian Cachuele is out today. So a couple players forced to play in different positions. You see Florio Chateau atop the formation, has been a very formidable goal scorer for this squad this season. In fact, he scored the match winner last time out. And also important to note, Isaac Bomer, first team player, gets the start in net today. Just his second appearance of the season with Whitecaps 2. The Town led by third-year manager Dan DeGeer. This is the starting lineup that he sends out. And another interesting note, in the keeper's spot, another first-team player, it's Jacob Jackson, who is called upon to start. Just his second appearance with the Town this season. This is a squad that has been really good defensively, so look at that back four. And really, all 11 players have been instrumental in that with the way that they've been able to press this season. So it's a team effort defensively. Donnery gets the start atop the formation. Something that, according to Dan DeGeer, he has really done well in training and has earned this opportunity to start. The Town in the white kits. Whitecaps 2 in the blue kits. The Town at 3-3-4 in the season, as you saw before, sitting on 15 points, looking to bounce back after a loss against St. Louis City 2. That was a match that also had to deal with some inclement weather. However, that match was actually delayed over 2 hours due to storms in the area. We do not expect any sort of lightning, just rain throughout today's match, but that was a 1-0 defeat against City 2. Conceded a penalty kick goal in the 72nd minute. Meanwhile, Whitecaps coming off of a really quality win over Western Conference leading Ventura County. A 1-0 victory for them last time out. First meeting of the season between these two squads. Whitecaps and the Town here at Swangard Stadium. As we await the whistle from Mazen Black. And away we go. First meeting of the season between these two squads. A Pacific Division duel at Swangard Stadium. Happy to have you along for the ride today here in Burnaby, Canada, British Columbia. There's Julian Donnery, early touch for him, getting the start. Ball nearly snuck through, headed away by Simmons. Now a fluttering feed on the back post. Edwards sends it central. And a promising early build-up for the Town. This is a squad that has really struggled offensively. Just 10 goals scored all year. And Dan DeGeer talked about the importance of being brave with the ball. They've worked a lot on creating more chances in training. In fact, did not have any shots on target last match. And they're able to generate an early corner kick here, as Lalo Blancas will send this one in. Blancas ball, headed right back where it came from. Captain gets rid of it for Chow, back to Blancas. Blancas tries to maneuver past Badwall and unable to do so. It's Jeevan Badwall who is then fouled and will be a free kick for the home side. This is the second of 4 consecutive home matches for Ricardo Clark's club, and that's certainly well earned because they were, before this streak, on the road for 6 consecutive matches. Whitecaps 2 currently an unbeaten 2-0-1 at home. That being said, the first 2 home matches of the season were played at BC Place, the home venue of the Whitecaps first team. But Ricardo Clark did say that having to travel as frequently as they have early on in the season, it's a good opportunity and a valuable experience for these young players, because if they will progress to the first team level, they will have some of those adverse situations having to play on prolonged road stretches as Edwards goes down and a free kick in the way for the Town. The Town today playing without two of its regular starters. Cruz Medina currently in national team camp. Bo LaRue also unavailable. As it's laced ahead towards Donnery, can't catch up to it. Clearance nearly kept in that final third. Goldthorpe able to scoop it, and he dials one up long. Florio Chateau able to give chase, and nothing more than that. High press proving fruitful on the takeaway. Here's Simmons. Bit of space to send one in. That's exactly what happens as it's nodded goalward by Jay Herdman. And no trouble for Jacob Jackson. First save of the match for Jackson, who his lone appearance prior to today with the Town came on May 12th. A 6-save clean sheet performance against North Texas. And a keeper who had been with the San Jose Earthquakes first team last few matches, even starting an Open Cup match back on May 21st. Lay down the line for Riley Lynch, able to muscle after it. Lynch, a third-round draft pick for San Jose Earthquakes. And this year's Super Draft out of St. Mary's, which is where the Town plays its home matches. Here's Blancas. Ahead for Lynch. Lynch drives one across, and it's broken up by Mate. Couple of promising moments getting the ball into wide areas for the Town. And you see Lynch, well-timed run, able to snap one through, but it's Mate who was just called up into the Canada U20 camp. Really talented young player from right here in Burnaby, British Columbia. Able to break things up, but a second corner kick for the Town. And it's brought in by Bomer. Bomer, a local product from BC. Another first-team player brought down to Whitecaps 2 today. Has one first-team appearance on the season as well. Blancas tries to create a bit of separation, unable to do so, and quite the tie-up with Malcolm Simmons. And Blancas has to be careful. Certainly reckless. Well, both players tangled up there. But you see Blancas, that tug of the neck. And the captain in his third season with the Town is whistled. Linder lifts one long. Aerial ball won by Verhoeven. Here's Bovalina. We'll see if Whitecaps can maintain some possession. You look at this, the Town team, they have been really good defensively, one of the best defensive squads in the league. Second fewest goals conceded, just 9 allowed. So a difficult team to break down. Mendoza leaves it out wide. Here is Lynch. Riley Lynch paces into space. Lynch pops one across. Linder heads it out of the area. Comes over towards Edwards, but is controlled first by Goldthorpe. Now a mad dash for it. Florio Chateau unable to get there. Broken up by Alejandro Cano. Verhoeven. Elevated ball, Linder nods it away. Here is Blancas. Blancas lost it. Goldthorpe has been very active so far. And a name we'll be saying quite a bit today. 45th pick in this year's Super Draft. It's been a key starter for Ricardo Clark's squad this year. Oh, a promising moment as Bovalina carries forward. He'll lift it. Florio Chateau got a head on it. No trouble for Jackson. Jackson, starting keeper today, part of a keeper group that has been rock solid this season, to say the least. As a team, the Town, second in the league in save percentage. The trio of Mikolai Biganski, Emi Ochoa, and Jacob Jackson have all played this season. Run feed towards Lynch, comes over to Donnery. Here's Bilter. Tries to pick out a feed long, unable to do so. And that press works to perfection. Promising moment here. Here is Edwards, and he finishes! Aaron Edwards nets his third of this season. No attacking troubles today for the Town, and it's 1-0. For a team that did not record a single shot on target last match, different story today. It's Chow credited with the assist as Edwards one-times it into the back of the net. And it was that press that forces the takeaway. And you speak to Dan DeGear about this team's defensive success, and he says, listen, we are not perfect defensively, but we feel really good about our press. Not many teams have been able to break it down when we are executing it well, and we see that on full display as the Town takes a 1-0 edge.
Goal scored by number 50, Aaron Edwards, in the 10th
and the Aaron Edwards goal in the 10th minute. Florio Chateau sacrifices his body to keep it in play. And the cross cut out by Bilter for a throw. Aaron Edwards, the former UCLA Bruin, his second season with the Town. That's his third goal of the year. As Goldthorpe drives one across, stays dangerously in the area, and ricochets towards the touchline. Edwards able to win a throw. All starts with Goldthorpe driving in this low cross. Blancas into space, and he dribbles over the touchline. Blancas, a Quakes Academy product, has been a mainstay for this club. 21 goals, 7 assists in his career with the Town, and before that, San Jose Earthquakes 2. And Bodwell Came in with the challenge. Will be a free kick right around the midline for the Town. There's one more look at this whistle. We'll see Jeevan Badwal with that challenge. Verhoeven slots it forward towards Donnery. And a bit heavy on the feed. The other thing to keep in mind, it is a slick playing surface. So these feeds will take some pronounced skips. Ample time for Bilter, who has played the full 90 in all 9 matches that he started this season, the San Francisco native. Bilter, under a bit of duress, just gives it away. Bovalina connects. Now worked out wide. Goldthorpe drives one across. Settled by Herdman. Schuberg. Linder now. Goldthorpe leaves it wide. Badwal goes to work on Chow. Back out to Goldthorpe. Popped wide by Schuberg. Herdman now. Elevated feed. Goldthorpe has it in space. Goldthorpe strikes denied. Jacob Jackson with the save. It was a physical aerial duel. And Verhoeven went down hard at the challenge from Goldthorpe. A difficult angle on that strike, but Jackson makes the most of it in net. Will be a corner kick. And Verhoeven back on his feet, back into the area defensively. And a corner kick for the home side as it's knotted just wide. Off the head of Finn Linder, would have been his first goal of this season. And Linder fading away from net would have been a challenging finish. And the question for Whitecaps today, who can step up with leading goal scorer Cyprian Cachuele out today? Jay Herdman, one of those players who was pushed up front with Cachuele out. And you see number 92, center of your screen. Primarily a midfielder, but getting an opportunity in a forward role alongside Florio Chateau. Chow ahead for Blancas. Is it knocked away from behind, and Blancas draws the free kick. Here's one more look. Blancas clipped from behind, the slide tackle by Linder. Mendoza able to leave one wide. Cano is it back to Jackson. And you see the Town very content just to knock it around to the back. There's Chow, who assisted on that Aaron Edwards 10th minute goal. Second assist of the season for Chow, who is now making his third start. As it's lifted towards Edwards, and it makes its way to the gloves of Bomer. Bilter leaves it ahead for Verhoeven. That feed broken up. Well, for the Town, the issue has been generating things in that final third, but they get the early goal today, the 10th minute finish by Aaron Edwards. Dan DeGeer said his team has to be more decisive in the final third. It's something that they focus on a lot in training, obviously. Really just helping the guys develop confidence and bravery to be more decisive in that final third. And you saw that decisiveness on display with that goal. It was the takeaway created by the pressure. And Chow very quick in the feed. Edwards, the one-time strike, really no hesitation. And the lead up to that goal. And it will be a free kick for Whitecaps. We're looking to build off of high-quality win against Ventura County last time out, the Western Conference leaders, Ventura County. Ricardo Clark really liked how his team was able to create some chances, which is something they'd been working on last few weeks. They had hit a bit of a lull in terms of creating chances, so it's something they focused on a lot. And he feels they put in a really complete performance in that match, the 1-0 win. Also showed that defensive prowess, which has been something that he feels they've been pretty successful with all season. Switched into space, it's Goldthorpe, the Leeds England native. Goldthorpe sidesteps, Goldthorpe has it parried away by Jackson. Jacob Jackson, couple of impressive saves in the first 22 minutes. And how about the separation that Goldthorpe is able to create, maneuvering around Verhoeven. And Goldthorpe, the first-year pro, he's from Leeds, England. Experience in the Man United and Leeds United academies before playing first-team football at Bradford City. And the first-year pro, the 45th pick in this year's Super Draft, will send it back in play from the corner flag. Headed away. Chow gets it out of danger. Bomer. Long ball will make its way over the touchline. And Verhoeven, who has taken a bit of a beating in this first half so far, he is shaken up. Oscar Verhoeven, the Pleasant Hill, California native, who has been a key starter for this team. His 9th start of the season. Hobbling back into play. Midway point of this one in the first half. 1-0 lead for the Town as it's given away to Goldthorpe. Finds Florian Chateau, who stumbles. It was a promising moment and nothing to show for it for the home side. Here's a look at the shot breakdown, and you see numbers don't always tell you the full story. It's about execution, and that one shot is all the Town has needed so far to take that lead. Whitecaps have been efficient in terms of getting shots on target. As it's given away, again, some sloppy passing at the back. Verhoeven keeps it in play. Volleyed long. And heads out for a throw. But you look at what we've seen from the Town this season, it isn't the squad, at least not yet, that is going to put up massive numbers in terms of chances created. Fewest shots on target in the league, just 29 entering today, but when they do have those chances, they must be efficient with them, and they have been that way so far today with the one shot of the one goal. Goldthorpe down the touchline for Badwal. Certainly some contact, no whistle. Goldthorpe has to sneak one through towards Herdman. Unable to connect there. Herdman tracks after it. Chow battles alongside him. Herdman, physical battle with Chow. It's still Herdman. Can he send one across? He can. Comes back out towards Herdman, but Blancas sticks his toe in there to send it away. Homer. This ball headed away. Chow settles. And again, it's given away. Here's Florio Chateau. Herdman finds Goldthorpe. Elliot Goldthorpe flicks one towards the edge of the area, and it's sniffed out well, and a whistle goes against Bovalina. Giuseppe, the Australian, making his second start of the season for Whitecaps too. In fact, just his second appearance of the year for the Whitecaps second team. He played 7 minutes last night for the first team. He's made 4 appearances overall for Vancouver Whitecaps this year, after being acquired via transfer from Adelaide United in his native Australia. Lofted ball, makes its way out just near the midline. Herdman, bit of a heavy touch. Bomer, his feet picked up by Chow. Couple players down. There's Mary. And Mary body down for a free kick. They'll have to put it back into play. Mary, who did not play against Ventura County. It's his third start of this season. The Tunisian midfielder who has experience with his native Tunisia at the youth national team level, including 2 appearances at last year's U20 World Cup. And you look at this Whitecaps roster, there are a plethora of players who have experience representing their home country. Of course, a multitude of players who have represented Canada at the youth national team level, but as we mentioned, experience at the Tunisian international level on this roster as well. Jay Herdman has experience. Jay Herdman has experience, as does Liam McKenzie. Herdman playing for his native New Zealand. Team with Finn Linder. So a lot of young talent who possess solid international experience of the pitch for the home side today. Here is Linder. First appearance since May 12th for Linder. Goldthorpe tries to battle through Chow, and Goldthorpe comes in hard. Certainly some frustration, and that will warrant a yellow. Now Edwards getting in there. And Mason Black has to break things up before they escalate. Goldthorpe and Edwards still jawing. And now it's Florio Chateau exchanging some words. And let's get another look at this. Goldthorpe going right at Chow, and you can see just the frustration that really shines through in that foul. And then Edwards protecting his teammate. And it is a yellow card against Goldthorpe. So Goldthorpe, the first-year professional, shown yellow.
Yellow card caution, it says to Whitecaps FC 2, number 41, Elliot Goldthorpe, in the 31st minutes.
Jackson under some pressure. Chow. Verhoeven comes back to Chow. Goldthorpe, centering feed. Herdman lifts it over the top. Florio Chateau is offside. You speak to Ricardo Clark about Nico Florio Chateau, and he mentions how he just loves to get in behind. He scored the game-winning goal last time out against Ventura County. 84th minute winner for Nico. Has a goal contribution in 3 straight matches, 2 goals and an assist over that stretch. And somebody who showed in his college days, St. John's, He's a prolific goal scorer, 14 goals last year for St. John's at the NCAA Division I level. The Ottawa native, the 74th pick in this year's MLS Super Draft. Productive season so far, 3 goals and 2 assists. Goldthorpe applies the pressure, jars it free momentarily. Goldthorpe is on it. Here is Goldthorpe. Cuts it ahead towards Florio Chateau. And it's booted out of the area by Bilter. Promising interplay there. There's Bovalina. Over to Badwall. Now it is Goldthorpe. Great separation. Skipping cross, no trouble. The intercept by Verhoeven. Here is Edwards, the goal scorer back in the 10th minute. Town looking to break through this press. Here's Chow. Lost it. Herdman leaves it back for Florio Chateau. He can't get after it. Edwards now on the move. Aaron Edwards, the goal scorer back in the 10th minute. Centers for Blancas. Lynch, can he get there? No. Ibarra's feed, unable to hook up with Lynch. Oh, well read from behind by Mary. And his feed cut out well. Cano there defensively. Now it's Lynch. Riley Lynch goes down. And a free kick awarded. Lynch has really earned his spot in the starting 11 as the season's progressed. Now it is 5th consecutive start, 8th start overall. San Jose's 3rd round pick in this year's Super Draft. And it opens the door to a free kick for Lalo Blancas. Blancas, the captain. Loops one in towards Edwards. And it's out of his reach. Bit of a stumble by Bomer as he sends it away. A reminder, it is very wet at the playing surface. It has been raining for most of the day, and it's expected to rain for the majority of the match as well. There's Chow, the Stanford commit, the Quakes Academy product, who will begin his career with the Cardinal in the fall. Donnery tries to flick forward. Winding down to this first 45. The Town on the road in the driver's seat. Oh, an errant clearance could be promising for the home side. As it's scooped up by Badwal. Able to pivot into space. Badwal stays on it through the contact and wins the free kick. Jeevan Badwal, the Surrey native. Another one of those players with national team experience. Started all 3 matches for the Canadian U17 team at last year's U17 World Cup. And it opens the door to a set piece for Whitecaps as Goldthorpe stands over it. Herdman alongside him. Now does Goldthorpe by his lonesome. He is a rocket for a boot, more than capable to bend one in from here. Goldthorpe unleashes. Goldthorpe! A laser from the Leeds native, and we are level. Absolute stunner of a finish, Elliot Goldthorpe. What a hit as he bends it past the diving Jackson. And the first-year pro showing his stuff on the set piece, his second goal of the season. It's a direct free kick goal by Goldthorpe. Well, we said it earlier, the goal scorer out of Hofstra. He was a proven goal scorer in college. 25 goals in his career, and now he's up to 2 as a professional. On that smashing goal off the free kick. And inside the final 5 minutes of this first 45, we have a 1-1 match. Donnery takes down Simmons, and it's a free kick for the home side. And you had the sense, just with the chances that Whitecaps have been creating, the amount of time that they've had the ball in that attacking third, there was a chance to put something through. Is there another one of the way? Bovalina still carrying. Now for Nico Florio Chateau. He'll drive one across, finds Goldthorpe! A headed effort just wide. What a beautiful ball this was. And Goldthorpe able to locate it. Nearly a brace in this first half. Well, he has quite the pedigree, having spent time in the Manchester United Academy, the Leeds United Academy. Eventually played first-team football at Bradford City. And after a stellar career at Hofstra, now carrying that success into MLS Next Pro. Edwards finds Donnery, run off of it by Mary. Movalina wide for Herdman. Linder back for Herdman. Movalina strong with it. Finds Florio Chateau. Somehow stays on it. Nico Florio Chateau. His cross is blocked. Another chance to send one in. Over the head of Jackson. Goldthorpe maintains possession. Linder cycles it around for Simmons. Now Badwall back out to Goldthorpe. The goal scored just moments ago. Sustained possession to the final third. Snapped across. Bovalina got a head on it. And it's knotted out of the area by Cano. And Lynch is dispossessed. Time winding down to the first 45 of this Pacific Division Showdown, a Western Conference duel here in Burnaby, just outside of Vancouver, at the newly renovated Swangard Stadium. There's Mate. Surges. Mate turns. Can he drive one across? No, but he does win a corner. Impressive work by Emmanuel Mate. Whitecaps Academy player. Was really made a name for himself in Canada. Just got called up to the Canadian U20 camp. Comes from an athletic family, but a different sport, cricket actually. His dad, uncle, and grandpa all were cricketers. Here's Goldthorpe from the corner flag.
The fourth official on the sideline is indicating there'll be a minimum of 1 minute of added time in the first half.
Just 1 minute of added time in this first half. Elliot Goldthorpe, who scored the leveler just moments ago, will put this in play from the corner flag. In swinger. Grazed the head of Linder. Maybe one last moment here for Whitecaps. Badwall. Schuberg dials when long. Headed out for a throw. Wasn't Black still allowing them to play. You can imagine this, the final build-up, and there it is. You're through 45 minutes. And an intriguing first 45 minutes at that. 1-1 is the score at the break between Whitecaps FC 2 and the Town FC. Coming up, Michelle brings us the report from our newest Next Pro venue when we come back.
Really sweet. Ahí está el centro. Gol. Maxi Mesa para pegarle. Maxi le pegó. Huerta. André. Servicio. It's saved by Carlos Corona. Con autoridad. Centro. A la izquierda en las afueras del área. Le pega. Golazo. Parte externa, va a definir Chicho.
sacúdete. Vamos, dale pues, vamos allá, muévete. Más loco, como solo tú lo sabes. Así es, con las manos en la cabeza, sacúdete. Sacúdete, sacúdete.
Welcome back to Swangard Stadium. 1-1 is the score at the break between Whitecaps and the Town. Michelle Montaigne is on site in High Point, North Carolina this week to sum up match day 11 and the month of May in this latest edition of The Report.
Florio Chateau has it. He shoots. He scores. Here comes the shot, and it's in.
The Report is coming to you this week from the home of Carolina Core. Hard to believe, but we are nearly a third of the way through the 2024 season and the momentum continues to build. I'm Michelle Montaigne joining you this week from the newly renovated Truist Point Stadium. Now, match week 11 saw a total of 45 goals scored, but none were more impressive than the 4 we're about to show you. Let's start off with Peter Sudan's free kick for Chicago Fire 2 that beat the Crew 2 goalkeeper. Then we have Adrian Wibowo scoring a stoppage time winner for LAFC 2 over the defending champs, Austin FC 2. Match week 11's player of the week, Yutaro Sakata, also scored via a free kick in OCB's 5-0 win over Huntsville City FC. And the last nominee of the match week was Union 2's David Vasquez, whose curling free kick helped his team defeat Red Bulls 2. So why are we emphasizing those last two? Well, it turns out that David Vasquez edging out Yutaro Sakata by less than 2% is one of the tightest margins in goal of the match week poll history. After scoring those incredible goals, we heard from both players following their respective matches.
First and foremost, it was a great team effort today. Happy to get the 3 points away on the road, as well as happy to get 2 goals on the score sheet. Couldn't have had one more, but it is what it is. We move and we focus on the next game.
I had a confidence with the free kicks because I've been scoring 2 so far, so I had a confidence, and then I just needed to smash it, and then it go well. So I'm so happy with that.
So, a lot's changed since names like Roy Lassiter were using balls like this to score goals like that. What hasn't changed, though, is each team's desire to be at the top of their conference. Right now in the East, that battle's heating up between Philadelphia Union 2 and Chattanooga FC. Jesus Ibarra continues to lead the way for the boys in blue. He netted his 5th goal of the season off a perfectly placed header in the 87th minute to give CFC a late lead. However, a stoppage time PK from Javier Armas leveled this one at 2 apiece. Despite their shootout win, Chattanooga FC misses out on the critical 3rd point, allowing Union 2 to remain in sole first place in a tight Eastern Conference race through match week 11. FC Cincinnati 2 took a 5-game win streak into their May finale, dropping a 1-0 decision to Miami, but nonetheless rocketing them up to 3rd in the East. And while the East is bringing the heat, it's an even tighter race in the West. North Texas SC is the lone team in the Western Conference with only 1 loss on the season, positioning them in first place after 11 rounds. Meanwhile, LAFC 2 and St. Louis City 2 both sit with identical 6-2-2 records on the season, but have yet to face each other. Guys, the fact that North Texas SC finds themselves on top of the West is an incredible feat at this point in the season, because just 8 weeks ago, they found themselves in 8th place in the West. So safe to say, the month of May was good to them. And you know what else they say? April showers bring May flowers. And with the end of the month comes our monthly awards. It's time to give our monthly award winners their flowers. We mentioned North Texas SC at the top of the standings. Well, that's in large part thanks to stellar keeper play from Michael Collodi. May's goalkeeper of the month registered 4 starts in 4 matches during the month, notching 15 saves and 1 clean sheet. Collodi's coach, John Gall, felt like his recognition was pretty fitting.
He's just his positive mentality, his drive, his desire, all those things that you want in a leader. He's positive to his teammates, he squeezes when he needs to. He's very courageous, and he leads by great example. And like I said, I mean, I've been around Michael for a long time through the academy, and it's just a privilege to work with him. And I knew that when we were going to get him beginning of the season, I knew who we were going to get. You know, a great competitor, a great kid, and somebody that's going to uplift the team. And certainly he's done that, and I'm just really happy that the league has recognized him for all of his efforts.
And in the East, after Philly finished May with 3 straight wins and a league-leading 23 points, they were awarded May's Team of the Month. During the run, Union 2 outscored their opponents 10-2 while seeing goals from 7 different contributors. Head coach Marlon LeBlanc attributed the success to one thing.
It's a really nice recognition for the work that the guys have put in to start the season. It's a fun group to work with. They work extremely hard, and we have a staff that matches that fun and that hard work for that group. And look, I think it's early in the year. We're happy to be the team of the month, and certainly the guys have gone out every single week and they've earned that recognition, and we're just looking forward to continually doing it month after month.
Another team who had a solid month saw 2 of their club representatives bring home monthly recognition. FC Cincinnati 2 head coach Tyrone Marshall brought home Skipper of the Month, while Academy player Stefan Chirilla was named Rising Star. Their efforts together helped Cincy to a 2nd straight month, winning 3 of their 4 matches. You know who else's efforts led to wins? That would be our Player of the Month, Orlando City Bees' Utara Sakata. He finished the month scoring 3 goals and adding 2 assists in 3 appearances for OCB. So through the first 3 months, 15 different winners have earned monthly honors, with only Union 2's Eddie Davis being a repeat winner. That just goes to show you the parity across the league. And the monthly award winners keep their teams climbing in the power rankings. After a solid Team of the Month performance in May, Philadelphia Union 2 stays strong in the #1 spot for the 2nd straight week. But in 2nd place, chasing them, is Chattanooga FC. Out west, you have LAFC 2, North Texas SC, and Ventura County FC rounding out our top 5. For the full list of our power rankings, you can visit our website at MLSNextPro.com. Guys, the firsts keep coming, the league keeps growing, and the games keep getting better. That does it for this episode of The Report. For now, me and the Fox are saying so long to our friends from High Point, North Carolina.
Vamos, dale pues, vamos allá, muévete más loco como solo tú lo sabes. Así es, con las manos en la cabeza, sacúdete, 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 mira, sacúdete.
Really sweet. Ahí está el centro. Gol. Maxi Mesa para pegarle. Maxi le pegó. Huerta. Al frente. Servicio. El tiro. It's saved by Carlos Corona. Con autoridad el centro. A la izquierda en las afueras del área. Le pega. Golazo. Parte externa, va a definir Chicho.
All right, MLS store, I need something fresh and clean. Let's see what you got. need that in my size. It's not like this. Cream on cream. The fit is cold. Ice cream. You like that?
Back here on a rainy Sunday afternoon, turning into evening at Swangard Stadium. 1-1 is the score between Whitecaps FC and the Town. John Gross with you, thrilled to have you along for the ride. Let's look back at the first half, and it was an interesting first half of action on a rainy day just outside of Vancouver. Things started very early on in this matchup. You see Whitecaps able to put a little bit of pressure on Jacob Jackson, making his second appearance of the season. On the other end, Lynch trying to kickstart and tack. His cross sent out for a corner. But then it was the press, forcing the takeaway. And then Edwards, the one-time strike. Aaron Edwards nets his third goal of the season in the 10th minute. A hot start for a squad in the Town that hadn't recorded a shot on target since 2 matches ago. But after that, Whitecaps would really control things. Goldthorpe, a plethora of chances for him. Generates this corner kick that, again, fairly threatening off the head of Herdman. And again, it's Goldthorpe. Watch the separation that he creates on this strike. Great save, though, by Jacob Jackson. And then the free kick maestro, Elliot Goldthorpe. You can say his name one more time because he just buried that finish. He makes it 1-1 at the break. A brilliant conversion for his second goal of the season. As through 45 minutes, we'd be at 1-1. Take a look at some other highlights here. Goldthorpe nearly headed home a second goal as well. Here's a look at our first half statistics. It was that one shot for the Town, but that's all they needed to get on the board. Meanwhile, Whitecaps putting a lot of pressure on this back line of the Town. 8 shots, 5 shots on target, being very efficient in terms of peppering Jacob Jackson. And of course, that one goal courtesy of Elliot Goldthorpe. The yellow card also courtesy of Goldthorpe. So let's take a look at the scores as we wind down in match week number 12. Pretty remarkable that we are already in the month of June. This season flying by. You look at Friday's slate, and then yesterday, a lot of really competitive matchups, a shootout fixture as well. And this one of a jam-packed day slate of matches on this Sunday to wrap up match week number 12 in MLS Next Pro. So really exciting week of action all across the league, and it's winding down on this Sunday evening as we ready for the second half of action here from Swangard Stadium. A venue that was newly renovated, was initially opened back in 1969, and away we go as Blancas blast it long, and we are underway. Final 45 minutes, it is 1-1 between Whitecaps and the Town. Whitecaps back at home. Oh, bit of a slip on the throw-in attempt by Bovalina. It is wet, it is raining, as it has been for the entirety of this afternoon, and we expect it to continue that way all evening. Ibarra tries to connect with Chow, can't do so. A Western Conference duel as Bovalina heads it forward. Bilter, the first one to get there. And Jackson, his feed taking the opposite way. Whitecaps at 3-4-3 in the season, sitting on 13 points. Meanwhile, the Town at 3-3-4 with 15 points entering today's matchup. First meeting of the season between these squads, a Pacific Division duel. Both teams down significant pieces today. Whitecaps without leading goal scorer Cyprian Cachuele. Meanwhile, the Town missing a pair of regular starters in Cruz Medina, who is out at national team camp. And Bolaroo this is promising from Florio Chateau. And Jackson breaking things up. Jacob Jackson has had a really solid performance so far. Just his second appearance of the season. Let's take another look at things. Florio Chateau does such a good job of getting him behind on those runs. And Jackson able to turn it away. Jackson, who was claimed off waivers by San Jose Earthquakes in late April after being waived by New England Revolution. Former first-round pick to Revolution back in 2022. And somebody who Dan DeGeer says brings a lot of experience and leadership. Lynch tries to maneuver through traffic, tangled up with Bovalina. And Lynch whistles. Another throw into the way for Ricardo Clark's squad. Clark, his second season in charge of Whitecaps FC2, and of course a prolific playing career. Most notably in MLS, and even spent a season with San Jose. Clark, who had a significant role with the U.S. men's national team, has reached for the pocket, and a card does come out. Jay Herdman has been booked. Herdman, the captain, shown yellow, and you see him come in with that slide tackle against Chow. And he has been booked. Second yellow card of the match, both against Whitecap players. Goldthorpe and now Herdman have been cautioned. Down the Town player, and this is lifted forward towards Edwards. And Mendoza, good to see him back on his feet. Here's Blancas. Haven't seen much in the attacking third since that goal for the Town. Back heel, well read. Badwall decked down at the midline. They play on. Edwards taps it forward towards Blancas. Unable to stay on it. Goldthorpe finds Herdman. Herdman. His run broken up by Verhoeven. Press extended. It's lifted over the top. Donnery able to find Blancas. Here is Mendoza. Lalo Blancas now. Popped along by Cano, and it sails out of the reach of Lynch for a throw. Second of 4 consecutive home matches for Whitecaps after 6 consecutive road matches. Now back at the newly renovated Swangard Stadium, which was opened back in 1969. And it was named for Vancouver Sun sports journalist Erwin Swangard, who had raised nearly $1 million for the construction of the stadium. Swangard actually was unable to attend the opening ceremony of the stadium when he would have been honored because he was starting a newspaper in Nigeria. That was back in 1969, and now it's recently renovated. Blancas feeds Lynch in stride. Lynch in the move. Lynch works central. Still Lynch. Trying to sneak it over to Edwards. A promising moment there from Lynch. And one of the more threatening buildups that we've seen from the town. Riley Lynch spearheaded that last build-up. His 5th consecutive start, the first-year pro, San Jose's 3rd-round draft pick in this year's Super Draft out of St. Mary's. Here's Ibarra. San Jose native. Ibarra was looking for Donnery. Comes out to Chow. Here's Chow, who had the assist in the 10th minute goal. Ibarra now. Feeds Lynch. Lynch. Way too much in the cross. And it heads out for a goal kick.
First substitution for Whitecaps FC2.
And an alteration for Vancouver as Liam McKenzie heads on for Malik Mary. McKenzie, the BC native, making his 3rd appearance of the season. Signed his first pro contract back in April. Promising young player. He was the youngest player in Vancouver Whitecaps' first team's preseason at just 17 years old. Today making his 3rd appearance. Here is McKenzie. Leaves it wide for Bovalina. Herdman tries to dance on Cano. Herdman gives it away. And Edwards taps through. Edwards goes down. No whistle on the challenge from Schuberg. Popped ahead towards McKenzie. Played just 1 minute as a substitute last match in the win against Ventura County. And a whistle as Ibarra goes down. Ibarra, first year with the town, follows a college career at UC Irvine that saw him not just dominate on the field, but also in the classroom. He was Dean's List every semester while studying business economics. And he captained UC Irvine, the Anteaters, one of the great college mascots in the U.S., to a Big West title. Somebody very familiar with the Earthquakes as a club. He was part of the Quakes Academy starting at age 13 before playing his college soccer, and now rejoins the organization with the Town. Goldthorpe gives it away. Lynch rolls ahead for Donnery. Donnery has space to work with. Donnery off the post. Edwards, his strike blocked by McKenzie. Oh, so close to a go-ahead goal for the Town. Would have been the first of the season for Julian Donnery. And what an effort by McKenzie to block that shot on the follow-up from Edwards. Still promise, though, as that feed cut out only momentarily. Verhoeven turns the corner. Leaves one back. Curling strike, skips wide. Oh my. The Town knocking in the door. And it's Donnery, the 6'5" striker, just missing off the woodwork. Then here's the second opportunity. This is lovely from Verhoeven, battling to the contact. And Chow, who has an assist already, unable to add to his impressive day with a goal. We remain level at 1. That's certainly the most threatening spell that we've seen from the Town since that goal. Here's Edwards. Is there more on the way? Blancas, unable to speed around Finn Linder. And it's Herdman now the opposite direction. Errant feed, well read by Ibarra, but Bovalina on the follow-up has it. Numbers on both sides, he'll hit it from distance! Oh, a Hail Mary effort. Giuseppe Bovalina said, why not? Was hoping to stun Jacob Jackson. And Jackson seemingly had a beat on it if it was goalward, but it did curve wide. We've played 60 minutes in this one, a Western Conference showdown, meeting number 1 of 3 this season between these two clubs. One ball from Jackson. There's Simmons speeding to the midfield. Simmons, his ball scooped up by Jackson. A bit more pace back and forth in this match. Blancas lifts one towards the 6'5" target man Donnery, using that height to win it. Chow leaves it wide. Verhoeven sends one across. Comes out to Ibarra, unable to hit it cleanly. And again, promising moment for the Town. This is certainly better from Dan de Geer's side. Ibarra unable to get that strongly on his left boot. But for a team in the Town that has struggled to score all season, again, just 29 shots on target, entering today, fewest in the league. This is what you do want to see if you are Dan de Geer. And man, for the Town, something they focused on a lot in training. Being brave with the ball, breaking through lines. We are starting to see that in this second half. Donnery back for Edwards. Angles one for Lynch. Quality first touch. Lynch finds Blancas. Blancas comes back towards Lynch, who goes down. And McKenzie will come away with it. A lot of space for Badwall. Ahead for Goldthorpe. Goldthorpe, 1 goal already. Goldthorpe works it central. That strike trickles through. Jay Herdman makes it 2-1 Whitecaps. A textbook buildup. And Jay Herdman finishes things off. Well, Goldthorpe had the goal earlier, this time getting one to a teammate, and it's Herdman thrusted into that striker role today. The captain with Cyprian Ketchwade out. And he is showing off his goal-scoring prowess. Second goal of the season for Herdman. And it's 2-1 Whitecaps in front. And they're actually crediting that as an own goal against Alejandro Cano, so no goal for Herdman. Either way, it is a goal for the home side. This is promising, though, as Edwards had a heavy first touch and unable to do anything with it. Lovely ball over the top. Edwards getting past that back line, and that initial touch just not quite there. So the go-ahead goal, an own goal. As Goldthorpe does well to keep that in play. Aerial duel won by Bovalina. Nobody on the receiving end of it, however. And now the Town, a side that has scored just 11 goals all season, has to fight its way out of a hole after scoring early. On the flip side, you have to give a lot of credit to Whitecaps for this attacking performance. This is a team in the Town that concedes just 0.9 goals per match. I've allowed 2 today. Edwards pulls it back out. Verhoeven angles in across. Comes across the area, tracked down by Ibarra. Ibarra, he goes down. And it is a whistle in favor of the Town. And what will amount to nearly a corner kick.
Goal, awarded as an own goal by number 66, Alejandro Cano of the Town FC in the 63rd minute.
So Lalo Blancas readies on the free kick. Is there an equalizer in store for the Town? Blancas, back post, headed down by Donnery. Well, if you have a 6'5" target man, you might as well look for him. That's exactly what they tried to do, and Donnery unable to finish it off. This is lovely. There was space here for Herdman. Herdman, his shot takes a deflection. Promising long ball. And a corner kick in the way for Goldthorpe. Goldthorpe, the goal scorer, back in the first half. Goldthorpe spins one in. Sneaking towards the corner. And another corner kick from the opposite flag. We've seen just one alteration so far between these two sides. You wonder, at what point do we see more changes? As Goldthorpe will again put it into play. He does have 2 assists in the season. Goldthorpe in swinger. Edwards heads it away. He went down hard, holding his back. And this is certainly a card. It'll be a yellow. In denial of a promising opportunity. And Simmons, and a clear tuck of the jersey, Malcolm Simmons. Shown yellow here in the 69th minute.
Yellow card caution that says to Whitecaps FC 2, number 48, Malcolm Simmons in the 69th.
Simmons, the Montreal native, has quite the pedigree. Spent some time with Portuguese giants Benfica. Spent a few years playing for multiple clubs in Portugal before returning to his native Canada. Now in year 2 with Whitecaps. Lynch curls one towards Edwards. Schuberg holding his head, and that immediately will warrant the whistle from Mazen Black. And there was, of course, an extra emphasis anytime there was contact to the head area. And watch Edwards and Schuberg, just that collision in the air. Nothing intentional, of course. But Schuberg holding his head, and he will get checked on as mandated with that contact to the head area. And Schuberg will have to head out momentarily. It is windy. You see the banners. And we'll restart with the drop ball. And Schuberg now is allowed to re-enter. Cano, who was credited with the own goal. Goldthorpe well defended. You can see the intent there from Badwall. Execution wasn't quite there. Well, Mendoza goes down as McKenzie speeds ahead, opens things up for Florio Chateau. Nico Florio Chateau unable to stay on it, now battles for it. And he is whistled. Florio Chateau is quite the motor. And you speak to Ricardo Clark about Chateau, about Florio Chateau, and he says, listen, this is a guy who has a desire and hunger to be very active going forward, and you see that in every pursuit of the ball. We've seen multiple times today that the ball is coming his way. He is unable to win the first ball, but battles for it and takes the second one. It's a grit, it's a mindset. It is very impressive. Has allowed him to find success. 3 goals and 2 assists this season. Schuberg flicks over for Simmons. Barra cuts off the angle. Verhoeven lofts it. That feed cut off by Mate. Talented young player. Beautiful ball. Here's Badwall. Tries to work the byline. Badwall keeps it in play. Badwall's feed finds Bovalina from point blank. Just a shank. What an unbelievable effort by Jeevan Badwall to at least give his teammates a chance. As he's falling down, this is a perfectly placed ball. And Jackson's pressure just forcing Bovalina to hit it errantly. And now an alteration for the Town as Joel Garcia enters for the visitors. Garcia heads on for his 7th appearance of the season. He replaces Edwin Mendoza, who was shaken up just moments ago. Garcia, the former San Jose State standout. In college, Herdman sends one across. Quality ball for Bovalina. He'll drive one into the box. And it heads out for a corner. Much to the dismay of the Town. You see the reaction from Lalo Blancas in shock. Let's look back at it. It looked like it was off the head of Linder last. Even saw Whitecaps players walking the opposite direction, but they'll certainly take it as we approach the final 15 minutes. Goldthorpe from the corner flag. Elliot Goldthorpe's ball is covered by Jackson. He's working quickly here. Oh, headed the wrong direction. Here's Blancas. Hello, Blancas. Trying to connect with Verhoeven to the overlap. Took a deflection, will be a throw. And Edwards will have to use his undershirt to dry that ball off. A constant trickle of precipitation. And this Sunday afternoon turned into evening in Burnaby. Ball comes out towards Garcia. Florio Chateau gets there, keeps it in play. Bovalina strike, turned away, open net, tapped in. Jay Herdman stretching out and making it 3-1 Whitecaps. Unbelievable efforts by Florio Chateau. Nico has an engine for days, and you see his teammates showing him the love. And Herdman, whose strike a couple minutes ago was deemed an own goal, this time leaves no doubt. It is a Jay Herdman goal, his 2nd of the season. And the man who was pushed up top the formation with Cyprian Quechuele out has stepped up big time today. Now a pair of changes on the way for the home side. as Miles Morgan, who signed a pro contract with Whitecaps on Friday, will head on. His 7th appearance. He had been trialing with the club prior to that.
Whitecaps FC 2 goal. His second of the
He replaces,
scored by number
he heads on
92,
for Whitecaps. Mihail Gerasimenkov getting ready to enter as well, as Donnery had a touch on it.
Goal scored in the 77th minute.
Bovalina, the one who comes off for Whitecaps, replaced by Miles Morgan, the Toronto native who came through the Toronto FC Academy. Here is Mate. McKenzie. Now back to McKenzie. He's dragged down. And no whistle as Ibarra probably just got away with one. Blancas surges. The town in need of something quickly. Here is Lynch. Riley Lynch goes to work on Mate. Lynch sneaks one across, headed down by Chow. And Bomer is there. Both teams getting ready to make a change. Mihail Gerasimenkov has been standing along the touchline for a few minutes now, getting ready to enter for Whitecaps. Meanwhile, the town getting set to insert Jermaine Spivey. Oh, this is lovely. Blancas had a touch, and he's looking for a whistle. Won't get one. Launch toss from Bomer. He just sends it out in order to prompt the substitution. So here is Mihail Gerasimenkov.
Third substitution for Whitecaps FC2. Leaving the game,
Enters for Elliot Goldthorpe, who exits.
And in the game, number 54, Mihail Gerasimenkov.
Check that. Spivey entering for Chow. And Gerasimenkov comes on for Bovalina.
The Town FC second substitution, leaving the game, number 75, Alexander Chow. And in the game, number 54, Jermaine Spivey.
Final 10 minutes of this one. Whitecaps have scored 3 unanswered goals after conceding in the 10th minute. It was a goal by this man, Aaron Edwards, who's on the move. Tried to leave one back, unable to connect with Garcia. Edwards. Here's Cano. Ibarra. Blancas. Picking on multiple defenders. And Badwell takes him off of it. And Badwell shoved down after he got rid of it. No whistle. And again contact. And now a free kick awarded to Ricardo Clark's squad. Simmons has that jersey tugged by Blancas. Draws the whistle. All the way back to Bomer. Goldthorpe wins the header. Herdman applies the pressure on Cano. There's Goldthorpe, who got the party started back in that first half, ahead for Badwall. Back to Goldthorpe, combines with Badwall, and does win a throw. As it stands, Whitecaps with 3 goals, tied for the most goals conceded in a match this season by the Town. A team that had only allowed 9 goals all year in 10 matches entering today. As Herdman just plays to the corner flag and gives up a goal kick. But this has been an impressive attacking performance by the home side. And a win would make it a victory in 3 of 4 matches as this home streak continues. And for a team that had played 6 consecutive road matches in Whitecaps, now playing 4 consecutive home fixtures, certainly a benefit according to manager Ricardo Clark. Blancas leaves it out for Hoven. Sprays it across, and Bomer high points it. Herdman slows things down. Locates Simmons. Simmons goes down. And it will be a yellow card. Yeah, you see, yep, the challenge from behind. That warrants the card against Aaron Edwards. And 2 more changes coming for Dan DeGeer and the Town. Kevin Oseguera, he'll head on. His first appearance of the season for the Quakes Academy player. As does Daniel Fregoso, another Academy player. Strong challenge. As Goldthorpe in control.
Substitution leaving the game, number 52, Julian Donnery. And in the game, number 59, Daniel Fregoso. For substitution for the Town FC, leaving the game, number 72.
Headed away by Oseguera, who made 2 appearances last year for the Earthquakes' second team. Out of the Quakes Academy, this is his first appearance this year. Here is Fregoso, recently inserted. Out wide for Lynch. And the offside flag is raised.
Yellow card caution assessed to the Town FC, number 50, Aaron Edwards, in the 86th minutes.
Final couple of minutes of this one. What a performance it has been, especially in the attacking side for Whitecaps. After conceding that early goal, having to fight back against one of the best defensive teams in the league. 3 goals so far. Goldthorpe looking to add to it. What a service, but the header's wide. McKenzie drills it off target. Lovely ball by Elliot Goldthorpe. Got a lot of muscle behind that header. The precision just wasn't quite there. But what a ball from Goldthorpe, and what a performance Goldthorpe has put together today. Of course, that goal was a thing of beauty, but it's been so much more than just that goal. That own goal was really created by Goldthorpe. Flurry of chances created by Goldthorpe, both in terms of his shots and his passes. His ability to be physical and win balls. Now another change for Ricardo Clark. Darko Ilic, the German, will enter as he replaces Elliot Goldthorpe. He leads to a well-deserved warm round of applause. As Ilic, who did not play last match against Ventura County, will head on for his 5th appearance of 2024. Four minutes of added time signaled in from our 4th official. McKenzie lost it. Edwards does well to knock it forward. Here's Verhoeven. He'll sneak one across. Fregoso had a touch on it. And Morgan unleashes away. Here's Blancas. Muscling with Ilic. Battles through the contact. Lynch now. Lynch goes down. There's the whistle. Ilic, the guilty party. And a free kick in stoppage time from a very threatening area. Now, important to note, the Town did take out Julian Donnery, the 6'5" striker, so they no longer have that asset in the area on set pieces. Either way, what amounts to be a must-score opportunity for the Town. Lalo Blancas will take it. Blancas curls one. Schuberg heads it away. Fregoso, the first one to get there. Fregoso wins it back for his side. Edwards into the area. Edwards strikes! The Town making things interesting late. It was the effort by Fregoso. Edwards puts one across, and Bilter just a bit behind it. Edwards' shot even had a chance of making its way in, but if Bilter got a toe on that, that's certainly a goal for the Town. Cano His cross broken up with ease. Now it's McKenzie. Number surge forward. McKenzie. Verhoeven alongside him. And Verhoeven runs him off the ball. And then draws the whistle. Vergoso. Quality feed, finds Lynch. Lynch sidesteps. Lynch curls one. The chances have been there at times. As we wind down in stoppage time. Whitecaps remain at home for 2 more home matches to wrap up this 4-match home streak. LAFC 2 is in town. Now, yellow card for time wasting against Isaac Boehmer. Meanwhile, the town returns home as they welcome another West Coast foe in Tacoma Defiance on June 11th.
Number 32, Isaac Boehmer in mid-stoppage time.
And don't look now, but Ricardo Clark's squad have won 3 of 4 matches. And the home success continues as Whitecaps FC2 remain unbeaten at home with a 3-1 victory over the town. Tonight's man of the match, brought to you by Adidas, is Elliot Goldthorpe of Whitecaps. And of course, this goal, the highlight moment back in the 40th minute. A beautifully struck ball. And a quality performance, not just that goal, but he had a major role in creating that own goal in the second half and was just a monster all over the pitch. A really strong outing for Elliot Goldthorpe. Tonight's man of the match presented by Adidas. So a big thanks to all of you for joining us today from Burnaby, British Columbia, Canada. On behalf of our entire fantastic broadcast crew here with MLS Next Pro, my name is John Gross, saying so long. Our final score once again, Whitecaps FC 3, the town 1. Don't forget, you can watch MLS Next Pro all season long at MLS Season Pass on Apple TV and MLSNextPro.com. Good night, everybody.
Right here at Swan Guard Stadium at 6 p.m. Until then, enjoy the rest of your Sunday and we'll see you next time.
This copyrighted broadcast of Major League Soccer may not be retransmitted, reproduced, or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Major League Soccer.